Who are the people of the Most High? Israelites.
All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim that's teaching the truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the believers and the followers of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. It's your brother Barak Gabar, and I'm coming at you with maintaining yourself in this truth, sustaining yourself in this truth, and staying plugged into your energy source, which is the scriptures, which is Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, let's get it.
Now this is John 6:32. Then Yahushua said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven.
Because Yahushua, going up earlier, he was talking about the manna that came from heaven. So he said Moses didn't give you the bread. Go ahead, read that part again.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven.
Read on.
For the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from heaven, and giveth life unto the world. That's it on that.
Which is Yahushua. Read a little bit on.
Come. Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
Yeah, he that cometh unto me, he that hunger after me shall never hunger, and he that thirsteth after me shall never thirst. He that is hungry shall never be hungered, and he that is thirsty shall never thirst. Because Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai is the one that sustains you. All right, spiritually, mentally, physically, everything. Okay, mind, body, and soul, as the saying goes. All right, and when you don't plug into the scriptures or eat this bread of life or drink this living water, you start to thirst and start to hunger after other things. You're going to look for things in the world to satisfy you and to please you when you stop eating this bread of life and stop drinking these living waters. You'll go into fashion and trends and try to catch up, sustain yourself with the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, because you stop eating this bread of life. You stop drinking these living waters. Once you stop eating Yahushua and drinking Yahushua, symbolically or metaphorically, you start to be famished, okay? And you start to look for things to satisfy you and sustain you. That's why you got to stay plugged into these scriptures. That's why you got to stay plugged into your power. Okay? Because what happens to a TV when it's not plugged in? What happens to your computer when you don't charge it? It dies. And that's what's going to happen if you don't stay with this bread of life.
Right. It's in verse 47. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am that bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead.
Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and they're dead. They had something tangible, something carnal. And guess what? They died in their sins. Okay? But once, I'll read on.
This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am...
Oh, there you go. That a man may eat thereof and not die. Okay? So you may please yourself or so-called sustain yourself with the tangible things of this world, but guess what? It's not everlasting. That's why King Solomon said, vanity to vanity, all is vanity. You could read Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, and he showed you all the wealth and the riches and the greatness of being a king and the perks of being a king. And guess what? He said it's all vanity. It's all vain, because it's not the kingdom of heaven. It is tangible, where moth and rust do corrupt, and thieves could break in and steal. But guess what? In the kingdom of heaven, and with Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, can't nobody steal the knowledge from you. Can't nobody steal your crown from you. Okay? Can't nobody steal this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, the gift that what he gives you, which is faith.
Verse 51. I am the living bread, which
he is the living bread,
which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever.
If any man eat of this bread, this roll, this book, these scrolls, you shall live forever.
And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world.
Like I said, that was symbolic, okay? But that was just a stumbling block to the wicked and to the weak and to the 2/3. But for them that believe, they understood, because Yahushua is the volume of the book, okay? So he's the scriptures. When the scriptures say eat a roll, it ain't talking about a literal roll, it's talking about the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of this book. So when he said eat his flesh, he meant eat the scriptures, eat the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, metaphorically speaking.
That's right.
What's it, verse 51?
Yeah, I just read that.
Okay.
Matthews, right? It's in Matthews 4:4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
Man shall not live off of bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out the mouth of the Most High. Okay? So yes, you can have tangible things. Yes, you can have tangible foods. Yes, you should have money, because money is a defense. But man shall live off of every word that proceedeth out the Father's mouth. Plain and simple. Because like the scriptures say, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, even the times that we living in today. We know not to commit adultery with another man's woman. We know not to steal from anybody. We know not to take up arms and try to take down this government, because the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the scriptures tell us to wait upon the Lord. So on and so forth. We know what to do and what not to do according to the scriptures. That's why every word that proceeded out the Father's mouth, a man shall live thereby. Okay?
This is John 17 and 16. I'll start at 14. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
And that goes into his elect, his prophets, the men that you see on these corners sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. That's who that's talking about. The world is not going to accept them. The world is not going to love them. They can't join hand in hand with every organization and every group, because they're not of this world. They're of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And they hate them because they rebuketh at the gate. They hate them because they tell them the truth. They don't hold nothing back. They don't sugarcoat shit. No, we not going to get in league with Old Testament Israelites. No, we not going to get in league with Israelites that teach different doctrines. No, we not going to get in league with somebody that speaks, that blaspheme the Holy Spirit and call himself the Comforter. No, we not going to get in league with anybody that denounces the name of our true and living power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. No, because it's not according to the scriptures, man.
I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
Yeah, and that's going into the Lord is always going to have that hedge over his elect. Like the scripture say in Psalm 34:7, them that fear the Lord has angels over him. I'm saying it for verbatim. But the Lord is always going to have a hedge and a protection over his elect. All right? No matter how many adversities and tribulations they'll go through, he's always going to protect them. Either he's going to give them the strength to deal with the situation, or he's going to deliver them ultimately. All right? That's it.
Verse 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So showing you, this is only for the elect, man. 2/3 are not sanctified. 2/3 don't have this word. 2/3 are not out here sacrificing their lives, putting their lives as a living sacrifice for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. 2/3 are of this world. 2/3 uphold this world. They're reprobate. They're void of judgment, man. Okay? Plain and simple. Blind. And that, get Isaiah 6:9. We're going to wrap it up with that. It's the last scripture.
I got you.
Because the point is, you got to sustain yourself with the bread of life. You got to sustain yourself with the living waters. Once you stop sustaining yourself with the living waters and the bread of life, you're going to try to fill yourself in with the cravings of this world. Okay?
Right. Isaiah 6:9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Plain and simple, man. Plain and simple. This is a scripture that's showing you that 2/3 of our people are destined for destruction. 2/3 of our people are blind, man. Something me and the brother was building on. You had niggas that knew they was Israelites. They knew the Lord's name. They seen the mighty works of the wonders. They see the wonders and the deliverance that the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua can do. And guess what? They was still niggas. So what much more today? Niggas that don't even know their nationality, that don't even know the name of their power, that don't even know the commandments or the laws. How much more these niggas and the niggas in the past got judged? They got put into judgment. They got put into captivity. So how much more an average 2/3 nigga is spick today that don't know his power, that don't know the names of the Father and the Son, that don't know their nationality or know the Lord's statutes, commandments? So these niggas is destined for death, man. There's no such thing as fixing black people. There's no such thing as fixing black people. It's death to black people. The Lord said 12,000 out of each tribe. Not 12,000 of black peoples, Latinos, Native Americans, and Mexicans, and Spanish-speaking people. He said 12,000 out of each tribe of Yasha Allah. That's it, man. Like I said, niggas in the past that knew the name of the Lord, knew the Lord's statutes, commandments, seen the angels, see the mighty works of the Lord, and they still went off. They still scoffed, talked shit, committed adultery. They still did all their wickedness. How much more the niggas of today that don't know shit? They don't know their head from their ass. With that, I hope you brothers was edified, man. Till next time, I said shalom.